Hi, it's me, Marty. I just want to make a quick little video and show you something on the scroll saw. Kind of show you the limits of a scroll saw. Okay, so, and I've done videos before where I just kind of show you how to use a scroll saw and everything you can do on a scroll saw, but um, I had to make something kind of big. I had a request from a friend of mine to make a wedding gift, and it's kind of long, and so it was a challenge, and I just wanted to show you, explain that a little bit. So, here's my scroll saw. So if you're gonna, I do a lot of words, you know, where you can just spell. I have templates where you can just spell any name or word, and I do a lot of those. But anything you're gonna make, you know, there's all different kinds of designs. You know, it doesn't matter what you're making. You can kind of see the sizes of different things that I make. I don't make anything real big on the scroll saw, but this is like just a basic name. But like if you're gonna cut it, okay, you have your block of wood. Well, let's see. Here's your block of wood. And on the scroll saw, the way the scroll saw works is it doesn't turn. The blade doesn't turn, it goes up and down, right? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? No. So here's the blade, and it goes up and down, and you push the wood in slowly like this, and you have your pattern on the wood, and you turn the wood so that the blade follows the line. That's how you cut on the scroll saw. So you push it in this way, and you turn it, you know, that's how you do it. The blade doesn't turn. You have to turn the wood. So your wood has to turn, and you have to have room to do that on here. Okay. So you're doing a name like this, you know, I start like this, and I cut like this, and you can see how you have to turn the whole name around, right? And then you have to go through here, and then I cut here, and I cut here, and then you get to the end. But you can see how you have to keep turning the word, whatever, and it turns around like this. So you have to have enough room here to turn those words. And all scroll saws are different, but most, I mean, there's a couple of basic sizes. There's a 16-inch and like a 20-inch are kind of the basic ones. I think this one's 20, and what that means is it's the depth from the blade here to the back where the arm is here. Oh, this is 18. Okay, so this is an 18-inch. So there's 18 too. So there's 15, 16, 18, 20, 22. I think there's 30. I'd like to get one of those someday. Somebody wants to buy me one of those. I think it's Excalibur or something. It's really nice. Anyway, but there's different depths. This is my Delta, and then I have another Delta, and they're both 18-inch. And then I have a bunch of little ones I'm fixing up to give away and stuff that are 15 and 16-inch scroll saws. Those are the smaller ones. Anyway, so it's the depth from the blade to the back. So this is 18-inch. So what that means is if you're cutting something, and I do I do words, I do names, puzzles, silhouettes, Christmas ornaments, lots of little things. So it's not usually a big deal. You know, so I have plenty of room here. I mean, this word here is, you know, it's like 11 inches. So even when I get to the last letter, see, I have a few inches up there still. There's lots of room. But every once in a while, you make something big. And this is two names. It's a friend of mine. It's her cousin, I think. They're getting married, and she wanted the names with the heart in the middle, which is really cool. It kind of turned out nice. But, let's see here. This is 25 inches long. That's one of the longest ones I've done. I did one name one time. I think it was Christensen or something. It was a long name, and it was like this too. And I did another wedding one like this. But, so how do you do it? Because, okay, this is a block of wood, and you start cutting here, and you swing it around as you're turning it, you can't. Right? And when you get to the middle, like when I was doing the cross, here, I'll show you. When I was doing this inside cut of this cross, there you're fine. See, I have enough room to spin it around, right? And I'm not hitting the back. But the whole other rest of the word, really, I mean, even when you get on the outside of the heart, you're out here, it's almost well, it's clear there, but all these other letters, you're going to hit the sides. So how do you do it? Well, there's two ways you can do it. You can put a spiral blade in. This is just a straight standard scroll saw blade. That's what I use. And the teeth are in the front, so you have to push it in this way, and then you spin the wood, to cut all your things. But there's also a spiral blade, and the way that those are made, I think I have some here somewhere, but the teeth are around the blade. It's really weird. It's kind of different. I don't know how they make them, but the teeth are around it. So you can cut something, like if you're going to cut this, it's cutting all around. It's kind of hard to explain, but so you can go like this without turning the wood, and it'll cut all different directions. So you see, well, I have my shelf here. I'd have to still move this scroll saw over a little bit, but you could cut something. So like on smaller things, on this standard blade, you got to spin it, to cut it all. But a spiral blade, you would cut it like this. See how I'm not spinning the project, the wood? I'm just going sideways. And you could even do it this way. You could do it different ways so you don't have to spin it, so then you don't have to worry about it hitting the back. So a spiral blade is good for that. I've tried them. I really don't like them. Maybe I just haven't had good luck with them or had good ones, but I don't like the way they cut. They don't seem to follow straight. And the blade holders don't seem to hold them as good. I don't know. That's just my opinion. What I tried, but you can try them. They're kind of nice when you're doing some big projects. That you don't have room to spin it. But I don't use those. So the other way you can do it is just to be smart. So what I had to do, basically, okay, so I'm like cutting here on the J here, right? And then the other thing is, like when I spin it this way, it's hitting me. I'm in the way. So I had to, I'm not going to do it right now, but I had to pull my chair back, my stool from the scroll saw, so that I could spin it this way so it didn't hit me. And then, like when I was doing over this way, like over here, it goes and hits my shelf over there. So then I had to move the scroll saw this way so that you could turn it and it wouldn't hit the shelf. And then I had it like this, and then I'm hitting my stuff over here, so then I had to move it right over here, and it gets really tricky. But you can do it. You can see I did it. So like, doing the S here, obviously you can't go that way. So I had to go in and cut that part, and then I had to come from this side and cut that part. So it's really tricky. It's possible. I mean, I haven't found one I haven't been able to do. You might have to go backwards. You might have to go this way. You might have to go different ways and maybe cut part of it and then cut the other part instead of going in and turning it, because you can't turn it. You'll hit the sides. So that's kind of a unique thing, and I just wanted to show you that there is limits to the scroll saw. Cutting big parts are kind of hard, but you can still do it. I mean, this is 25-inch long project here, and my scroll saw is only 18-inch. And I did it because I moved the scroll saw around. I moved my chair back. As a matter of fact, instead of sitting like I do most of my scroll sawing, I stood because I had to keep moving because, well, it would hit my big belly. Yeah, I gotta lose weight. Anyway, so you have to walk, kind of stand backwards of the scroll saw, and you have to move things around, but you can do it. You can still make some big things on the scroll saw. There's a lot of neat, cool, amazing things you can do on the scroll saw. It's a really neat, safe, creative, simple woodworking tool. And even the smallest of scraps, you can make some really cool things. And I started doing Intarsia and using a lot of my scraps and that stuff too. So I'll be making Christmas ornaments here and different gifts and stuff for Christmas. And so there's a lot you can do with a scroll saw, and it's a great thing for kids. And I've taught kids to do it, and anybody can learn it, and it's really fun. So in a way, there's no limits on the scroll saw. There's so much you can do. But there is a limit to the size. But even that, like I say, there's ways of doing it. Even if you can't turn your project because it's so big, if you're just smart and you think of ways, you go in different directions and kind of move the scroll saw around. I guess the best way would be to get it out of this area. If I was doing a whole bunch of these big things, I would take it out in the middle of my shop or outside because then I don't have things that I'm hitting, and you can really turn around and do things and stuff. Another way you could do is if I did this in 3 pieces, that name, and the heart, you cut them all separately, then glue them together. But it wouldn't look as nice. It looks nice out of 1 piece of wood. So yeah, just wanted to share a little bit of limits of a scroll saw and the unlimits. Anyway, but you can make it work, and that's really cool. So yeah. So thanks for watching. Have fun scrolling, and get out in your shop and make some scroll saw dust, woodworking dust, any kind of dust. Sometimes you just gotta dust the shop because it gets so messy. My shop's a little messy, but I need to clean a little bit. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great day.